And welcome back to Life Unrehearsed. Matt Delvecchio here. Hey, do you know a senior in the West Island? Well, we're trying to get the word out. The city of Pierrefonds will be having a seniors fair called the Salon du Carrefour des Aînés de Pierrefonds. It's next Sunday, May 5th. From 10 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. It's at the Centre Communautaire Marcel Morin. That's at 14068 Boulevard Gouin. Okay, so it should be a good fair bunch of exhibitors there. A lot of nonprofits and community resources. So that's the Salon du Carrefour des Aînés in Pierrefonds, Sunday, May 5th, 10 to 3:30 at the Centre Communautaire Marcel Morin. All right, I've known our next guest for quite a while. She's well known in the community, especially when it comes to assisting families with their aging loved ones. Joan Foster has been a nurse in Montreal for many years, and she first started off at the Montreal General Hospital and then did a lot of work and still continues in home care support. Joan does community lectures, often in NDG and Montreal West, as well as teaching at McGill. Joan, welcome to Life Unrehearsed.
Thank you for having me.
Well, thank you so much for coming, joining me in studio. Joan, we've known each other for a while. You do so much for the community. I wanted to get you on air here because you've got some wonderful tips in your seminars and your webinars. And so we're just going to do rapid fire here and try to get as much information as we can to help our loved ones. And let's start in the bathroom. What are some recommendations to prevent slips and falls in washrooms?
Well, unfortunately, statistics show that 70% of all falls happen at home, and 30% of the people who fall cannot return home because of the trauma received. So we really have to do everything that we can to prevent those falls. Towel racks are not strong. They won't do the job. You need bathroom bars, you need tub bars, you need shower bars, you need toilet bars. Mother's Day is around the corner. It's not the sexiest of gifts, but a high-rise toilet to be given to your loved ones who are in their home would be an amazing gift. There are many medical supply companies out there, Will-Aid, Hangers, BB&G, Slawners. Wherever you've got a medical supply company in your area, please go and see them and get your bathroom safe.
Yeah, absolutely crucial. And, we joke a little bit about it, but you're right, Joan. We see it in our lives for sure. And glad you rattled off some of those more important medical equipment companies. Very important. All right, we're going to switch gears. I love this recommendation. Paying bills, okay, can sometimes be an issue if you're a couple and either someone gets sick or incapacitated, or even one of them dies. What can be done to alleviate problems with bill paying?
Well, I think that it's so important that as we age, that we look at all the regular monthly bills that are coming into our house, the hydro bill, the utility bill, the telephone bill, the heat bill, the insurance bill. And if there's only one name on that bill, get a second name on that bill. If you've had a division of labor and you've paid half the bills and your partner's paid the other half, it's nothing to call up each company and say, I would like to add my partner's name to the bill. I would like to add my wife's name to the bill, my husband's name to the bill. And then if someone becomes ill suddenly or long term, then you don't have to worry about who they will talk to. They won't say, well, I'm only going to talk to so-and-so, because there's two names on every bill.
So smart. It's something we really don't think about. It's such a simple thing that can be done. And if you think of all the bills you're paying. So I love that idea, Joan. Listening to Life Unrehearsed, Matt Delvecchio here, and talking with nurse and home care specialist Joan Foster. In many of your community lectures, Joan, you talk about a circle of support form. What does that mean?
Well, my experience, and I'm sure most of your experiences are, that in a crisis, it's really hard to think straight. So I have a very simple form, which is it's 4 circles. And in this form, you put who are the people that you could call 24/7, who are the people that you could call weekly to help you, who are the people that you could call from time to time to help you, and if you were incapacitated, who would you have to hire in order to stay where you're living. And if you have that all written down, then it's very simple. If you get hurt and a home care nurse comes in, for her or whoever comes in, your daughter or your neighbor, to help you set up the care you need to stay where you want to be.
Makes a lot of sense. Circle of support form, love that. And this segues into unexpected emergencies, but you do a lot of advocacy work in your lectures. You talk about, which I love, a 911 envelope. Okay, this is an envelope in case of emergency. You have it handy in the house nearby. What are the contents of this envelope?
So again, you might have your best friend with you, but if you suddenly collapse, she doesn't know where you keep your pills. She doesn't know where your Medicare card is. She doesn't know anything. And this is why I'm a firm believer in a 911 envelope that is either taped to the back of your front door or put near the mirror as you come into your house. And in it, you would have a copy of your Medicare card, your emergency contact person, a list of your medications from your pharmacy, your doctor's name and hospital's name if you are known to one, and a level of care form. And we'll go into that a little bit more, but it's really important that if I was at a friend's house and she collapsed, when 911 arrived, I would just hand them this envelope, and they would know everything they needed to do. They would have everything they needed to give you the personal care you need.
Makes a lot of sense. Talking with Joan Foster here, nurse and home care specialist. We have about 15 seconds. Joan, I'm going to put you on the spot because you mentioned this level of care form. Just quickly, what is that?
All I'm saying is that we've all been in charge of our life, and wouldn't it be nice for you to be in charge of your life your whole life? And I know some of you have wills and they're in safety deposit boxes, and you've said, if my heart stops, don't restart it. But I'm saying to you, it's no good in a safety deposit box. The government of Quebec has a wonderful level of care form that you discuss with your doctor or your primary nurse, and you have it in your house so that your wishes are the wishes that are carried out if you are unable to talk.
Love that, as opposed to the government telling you what's going on. So that's a nice level of care form. Joan, such valuable information. We're going to have you back on because I know there's a lot more that you are talking about in your lectures, but thank you very much for coming into studio here.
Thank you for having me.
All right. That's Joan Foster, a nurse, home care specialist, an active community member, and a real advocate for older adults and their loved ones.